Okay. Now we're on. My microphone wasn't on. I had a whole thing. I was yelling from off screen. Whatever. Are we good? Are we live? Are we in it? Steez today is Paka. Store.paka.org. I will put it in the chat. We are rolling Upsilon Pi Part 4. There we are. There I am. Are we good? Pop that chat out. Give me the link so we can have chat on screen. Sam may have wanted to watch this live, so let me clue him in. Okay, we're rolling the Upsilon Pi for 1968. As you can see, I've made some progress in our championship march. We just before I logged in to stream, I rolled the back-to-back for London Lanes. So let's get, I think last night we left off probably... I don't know where we left off yesterday. I guess I could go check. It wouldn't be that hard to check. The colorway in the thumbnail today is the London Lanes is their colorway, so that's nice. So this is part 3 from yesterday. Is there no audio? Oh, in the chapter. Wrong thing. Both Italian teams are in. I got real tired doing this one. I think really wants to be in. They already are in. Okay, we can do Panama as the last team here. Okay, first up is LA versus Argentina. LA is the home team. So they get the odd numbers. Argentina gets the even numbers. And it goes to Argentina. Just tell me who won. The Panama. Red card has the odd advantage. But it goes to Panama. So for those who are like, what is he doing? He's just rolling numbers on a spreadsheet. I'm creating world details for myself and for all of the co-publishers and Press Pass to write around. These are like cemented details that we then go explain what happened. So we don't know why the London Lanes won the championship in 1966 or 1967. We just know that they did. I don't know who the players were. What happened in my head, kind of, when I was spinning these up, was like, this probably has something to do with the Beatles. They don't have there's no team in Liverpool, and I doubt that they would be fans of any of the other British teams, of which there are many at this point. The English feel as though football is their game; it belongs to them. In our lore, I don't know if this is true for real life. And so, as UnClFoo got popular, the UK heavily invested in getting teams in UnClFoo. So they have a really heavy team contingent, despite being relatively unknown as well. I would say the UK, despite being having a lower population, or maybe a population that doesn't suggest that it could support. I think there's 6 teams in the UK. Anyway, so if you're going to be a London Lanes fan in the lore of Press Pass, you've gotten quite a few so far. Let's look at the lanes. I think your first championship was in 1945. Your first cluster championship was far earlier. Maybe not, actually. First cluster championship was 43. They did not win the cluster in 45, but they did win the overall upsi-pie for UnClFoo, and then they won the cluster again in 46. So they've been successful in their cluster, but they've only made the finals twice. No, that's not. I mean, let me keep my narrative here. They made the finals in 40-41. So in August of 41, they were playing the final. In August of 45, they were playing the final. In August of 51, they were playing the final. I don't see any more lanes. And then you have 66 and 67. They haven't made the game too many times, but they're 3 for 5. They win the cluster quite a bit, the lanes do. So it looks like they win more than Spice Market. Spice Market's hit a lull in the lore, and I feel bad because they were doing well. Their last trip was 54 for Spice Market. So let's go through the clusters and get our cluster winners first. This is the Tau cluster for the 63 through 84 slate. And you can see that I'm doing a little bit of showrunner retcon or showrunner control because the Seattle Spruce are leaving in 1972. So in the build-up to a team leaving, they just don't make the playoffs for a while. It's just kind of, you know, they've been poor for a long time, and that sort of affects the market of them sticking around. So let's walk through the expansions real quick. So we launched with the 20 original teams. UnClFoo rode that for the first 9 seasons. Then they expanded in their 10th season to 28 teams, adding 2 clusters, the Alpha cluster and the Omicron cluster, to the original 4 clusters, which are Tau, Kappa, Epsilon, and Gamma. They would go from 24 to 48. Was it 24? Yeah, 24 years here before they'd expand a second time. They'd add, I think, 6 more teams and 2 more clusters. So here they would add the Eta cluster and the Omega cluster. I won't go through the teams there. You guys are going to have to click around the fandom to get used to all the teams. There's 60 teams in UnClFoo in our research era. And there will be even more as we get to 2026. Research era is 2012. That's the beginning of the research era. Okay. So let's spin the ta. Let's spin the ta, everybody. Let's spin the ta. 1 through 5 here for the ta. We got 5. Oh, can't be the spruce. Spin again. Sorry, Seattle. You're leaving in like 2 seasons. You can't be making the playoffs. All right, Cold Edge, Mexico City. 3 clusters in a row in the 60s. They've been very dominant since 1960. Dang, they've had... Ooh. Mexican fans might be mad at me if I don't make sure they get a championship in the next 3 years. That's cluster domination right there. All right, let's do the Kappa cluster. Looking down here. 4 Navegadores de Porto. Congrats to the Porto Navigators. You guys never win your cluster. Very rare. All right, now we're into the Epsilon cluster. We have Belfast Freedom. That's actually a new team as of 1963. But it's Spice Market. I was just talking about them too, so I'm glad they're in with the cluster win in 68. Okay, let's go into the Alpha cluster for our northern teams here. Amsterdam Cobblestones, Antwerp Sculptures, the Zurich Alp Fairies, the Munich Fast Rabbits, and the Stockholm Shark Fins. Who wins the cluster in 68? Amsterdam. Congratulations, Amsterdam. Okay, it brings us to the Ada cluster, which the Birmingham Soup are coming off the 67 win for the Ada cluster. Let's figure out who's winning in 68. It's the Soup again, the Soup with the repeat. The double Soup. Okay, we're having fun, everybody. All no viewers of mine. 1963 to 1970, we have Drapiri Polski, Oslo, Kwivet Sukat, Schnitzel Wien, St. Petersburg, Krasny. I forgot how to say this already. Are you going to do it for me?
Санкт-Петербурга красное окно.
Krasnitno. St. Petersburg, Krasnitno. That's not bad. Red Window. And then Cloud Belgrade, which is now Cloud Minx. So we're now Cloud Minx Sports Federation. It looks like it's going to Polski. I did spin that, right? Yeah. Oh no, I didn't, because the Soup. Okay, it's 3. Schnitzel Wien. That's in the United States. There's a fast food chain called Wiener Schnitzel, Wiener Schnitzel, and they do like hot dogs and stuff. I don't really know what Schnitzel is, but I know it's popular in Germany. I've been to Berlin. I'm sure I've had it. But I couldn't, like, you told me to make it right now. I couldn't tell you what I'd be making or where to start. And we have Neon Ticket Osaka Football Club. They moved at some point. It's in the 90s, though. I don't think it's... So yeah, Neon Ticket can win. Neon Ticket Osaka Club. Neon Ticket Osaka Football Club. Let's roll the, this is, what is this? This is the Omicron. The Omicron is doing something goofy where, it's the Thunder Dragons, Fusho Thunder Dragons, which is going to transfer the win over here to Delta. And now we're going to roll again. Uno nueve, uno seis, Panama. Okay. Solicito Argentina. I know, I personally love Argentina. I thought it was amazing. It's spiritually testing me to see Argentina called racist. It's like, what the hell? What is going on? Okay. There's the Gamma cluster. We have Team 5, Jasmine Star, Algeria. Totally okay with that. Because they're supposed to be dominant right now. Didn't they get a back-to-back? Yeah, they got back-to-back in 59 and 60. Oh, shit. This is all messed up. There we go. Peace of mind, everybody. Okay, so Cold Edge, Mexico City won the tile. We have Navegadores del Porto winning the Kappa. Spice Market winning the Epsilon. I'm going to flex the lanes into the wild card because they just won. And I want them to get a chance to defend. We have Amsterdamse Casein. I could ask AI to run the slate. Like, I could give Grok these teams and tell them the rules and then have them actually run it. that could be interesting. That could be interesting. But I feel like I don't want to give anybody any leverage beyond what you guys already do and discuss to hurt this this thing. Neon Ticket Osaka. Love it. Okay, so now we change our randomizer to 28. I have the team list on my other screen. I don't want to load it up over here just because it's easier for me to copy paste. So we'll just do it this way. 3. Team 3 is Murcia, Laughing Dolphins. Los Delfines riendo Murcia. Delfines riendo Murcia. I did say the London lanes are going to get flexed in as a wild card. We'll put them in the second spot. Okay, let's keep picking. Oh, it's 38 teams. Team 10 is Draperi Polski. I also love Poland, so I secretly root for the Poland drapes as well. Navigators, they're already in, so we'll skip them. 24 is Shark Fins. Stockholm Shark Fins. Oh, they're right there. I didn't even need to do that. 23 is Cobblestones. Wait, they won too. Let me make sure I have them in here. Yeah, they won too. So I'm gonna leave it Spice Market. F it. 37. Now we're gonna do hey, cool. When did they leave? 83. Yeah, that's early enough to do that. So it's Arabian Spirit Camels. Your 63 champions. I kind of want to leave Rome in there. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Team 30 is Manchester Choicebone. Exactly right. That's why we have to be fair. I don't want to cost Manchester chances at the championship. I don't think they've gotten one yet. Okay. 34. Edinburgh's Legacy. One second, guys. Bathroom calls. Shout out to the viewers. The last two teams. That's New York Butter. Okay, so that's New York Butter and Genoa. I know those ones like the back of my hand. Beautiful. All right. I need to use... All right. I want to put on something while I use the restroom. Let's just do that. I literally have... Here we go, even though I don't like this guy right now. Maybe never again, we will see.
I've always treated people just like I would like to be treated. Sorry, I consider other people's feelings. I don't assume the attitude of get these people out of here like I have heard of being done, because those people are sincere in their feelings. If they want autographs and pictures and things like that, I don't just sign the autographs and the pictures and so forth to help my popularity or to make them like me. I do it because I know that they're sincere, and they see you and they want an autograph to take home. They got an autograph book. They've got their little camera and everything, so you have to know that. And if you don't do it, well, you make them mad at you. They don't understand. You hurt their feelings, and you make a lot of enemies that way.
I felt a sudden rush in my soul, a sense of something incredibly beautiful and mysterious passing into me, an extraordinary feeling. What could this feeling portend? 2 hours later, I discovered its meaning exactly, for it was precisely at that time that Elvis Aaron Presley died. I knew then that the soul of Elvis had passed into me. And since that day, I have, more or less, been Elvis. I've spent nearly all my time stuffing my face with ice cream and Big Macs and popping Percodan and Quaalude pills. It's eerie, isn't it? Extraordinary.
There's been a lot written and a lot said, but never from my side, because I couldn't talk. I started out as a child, man, and not wrong. I started out when I was just out of high school. I was just out of high school, and I was trained to be an electrician. I got wired the wrong way, that's what I did. I went into a little record company one day to make a record for my own use, and I really wasn't trying to get into this business. And the guy put the record out in my hometown about a year and a half later. So just, you know, overnight it started to cause a reaction in my hometown. People were saying, who is he? What is he? Is he? Is he? You know. I'm going, am I? I didn't know. So they arranged to put me on television. And they told me to quit sniffling on microphone, but I didn't do it. I just kept doing it. Let me have some of that. So, at that particular time, there was a lot of controversy because you didn't see people moving too much out in public. They were getting it on in the back, but out in public they were... No, but it was a lot of... It was interesting, you know. So I went on the Jackie Gleason show in New York. I went to New York, and I've never been out of my hometown in my life, man. So I was looking up at them big buildings, you know, I had sideburns. Good old looking kid, you know. 14 years ago, it was stranger than it is now, you know, because you just didn't see it. I couldn't walk down the street, man. People say, get him! Hot damn, get him! Hot. He's a squirrel, you know. So I'm dodging and shaking like this, you know. In fact, that's how I got in this business, was dodging and shaking like that. So anyway, I did the Jackie Gleason show, and I did 3 or 4 of those. And then I went to the Ed Sullivan show. I went to the Ed Sullivan show, and the cameras were photographing me from the waist up, you know. And Ed Sullivan stand over saying, "Son of a bitch," you know. So, I'm saying, you know, thank you, Ed, thank you. I didn't know what he was calling me at the time, you know. So, so I did a few of those, and so then I went to the Steve Allen show, and by that time they were gonna tame me down, you know. They were gonna, so they dressed me in a tuxedo, and they had me standing very still, and had me singing to a dog on a stool, you know. And I'm singing to this dog, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog," and the dog's going, you know. And the dog was like that, you know, so they got the dog out of the way. And, So, I'm looking back at the dog one. No. Nah.
It's all gonna be silent, right?
Yeah.
And you could add in some funny intertitles for me to say right now. Like, hey, man. Who knew it was so hard to publish results, huh? Back in the day, it wasn't hard to publish results. Anyway. UnClFoo Kellogg, everybody. UnClFoo. My assistant coach in the lore of the 1939 Boston Potatoes. Let's get to it. Let's do this playoff matchup. So first matchup, we have Filo Frio de la Ciudad de Mexico versus Jasmine Star Algeria. Evens will be Filo Frio. I guess so, yeah. I just said that. So it's actually supposed to be odd, but since I said that, and we got the even, Mexico City wins against Jasmine Star Algeria. Okay, Navegadores do Porto versus Fusho Thunder Dragons out of Fusho, China. And this goes to Navegadores do Porto. Congratulations to Portugal. Glasgow Spice Market against 1916 Panama. 1916 Panama goes to Spice Market. We have Amsterdam versus Neon Ticket Osaka. And it goes to Amsterdam. So far, it's a host team sweep. And Birmingham Soup take it against the Schnitzel Vienne. So the lowest seeded team here, I'm just going to do it randomly. We're going to say it's Amsterdam. That's the lowest seeded team. So that means they're going to play the outlier out of the group down here. So out of these teams, we'll go at Mexico City against the Soup, with Mexico City being odds, Soup being evens. Okay, so it goes to Mexico City. Porto versus Glasgow. Dang, we could have had a Birmingham-Glasgow cluster final. And it goes to Porto. Then we do Mexico City against Porto. Unreal travel there, but it's okay. We're in the 60s now. Should be easier. Goes to Porto. Porto's in the finals, maybe. No. I don't recall. Let's do this side first. Laughing Dolphins against Genoa. Goes to the Dolphins. We have London Lanes against the New York Butter. That goes to the Butter. Sorry to the UK. You have one more chance. No, two more chances to move a team on. Oh, I put Spice Market in. They're not supposed to be in. Let's grab a random team here. Here you go, Argentina. So London lost to New York. Poland against Edinburgh, and it goes to Poland. Stockholm against Manchester. It goes to Stockholm, and then finally Sun and Sky Argentina against Arabian Spirit Camels, which are actually out of Sana'a and Yemen. And then goes to the Spirit Camels. We'll just go 1 through 5 to pick the lower seed here. Oops. 3. Stockholm's the lowest seed, so they're playing against Amsterdam. Stockholm, Amsterdam. Amsterdam's odds, Stockholm's evens, and it goes to Stockholm. I actually think that's the bye round. That's the bye game. It's the cluster versus the wild card. So Stockholm gets a fast track. Now that wouldn't make any sense. It'd be one of these teams. Let's just, okay, well, it's Stockholm won that game. Let's do these ones. Dolphins against New York Butter. And it goes to the Butter. Poland Drapes against the Spirit Camels of Yemen. And it goes to the Spirit Camels. All right. Okay. Now we have Spirit Camels and New York Butter. I know what to do. And he goes to the Butter. Okay. Now it's the Butter against Stockholm for the final. That's how this works. If the lower seed wins, if the wild card wins in the cluster wild card gateway spot, I don't know what to call it. So this is Stockholm against New York. That's going to go to Stockholm. And now it's going to be Stockholm against Porto Navegadores for the championship. And it's the Navigators. It's Porto. What do you know? With the Stockholm losing. Cool. That's interesting. When was the last time they won one? 1950? So there's an 18-year drought for Portugal. Did they get one before that? No, and they're an original team, but they lost in 19. They lost again in 31. Congratulations, they lost again in 47. They finally break through in 50. And then they just got their second one in 68. Good job. Beating Stockholm. And then Stockholm's back in the finals just a few years after their championship. Ooh, the storied year of 69. Let's get the cluster winners. Look at Cold Edge almost sweeping the entire slate. Oh, they get it again. I'm gonna do a showrunner call. I get to do this because I'm writing the show. That's what I'm doing. I'm writing the show, and we're gonna give them the championship here. And when I do this, I just kind of pick writing points that I think would be best for the lore here. It's good. Legacy, the win. I like Amsterdam repeating. Oh wait, they're not even in this league anymore. Let's give it to Holyhead. I don't think the Thirsty have won. Let's give it to the Irish there. Hello.
Is this the Dent family?
The who?
The Dent family?
No. the stream. Hey everybody, I'm on the phone with my dad, and we're discussing United Club Football. He called me, got the wrong number, but that's all right. So I was just telling him the Poland Drapes, Drapyry Polski, just won the Omega Cluster in 1969, and now he can help us. Keep in mind you're live, and I've got 3 viewers right now, so I'm ever so popular. But I get a lot of watch back.
Okay.
Yeah, so where are we at here?
At least there's activity, right?
Oh yeah, well it's not about the immediate return, it's about building up a good body of work.
Good.
So
sounds good. Yeah.
That's
good.
really what it is.
Gotcha.
Oh, here we are. Okay, so you can choose between the Denmark Wonder, the Manila Anglerfish, Mount Olympus Athletic Union out of Athens, Greece, Neon Ticket Osaka out of Japan, and the Arabian Spirit Camels out of Yemen. Yeah, you're controlling real lore for a TV show here. You know, this may have a big impact on some city's economy one day.
Mm-hmm. And what's the one with the camels again?
The Arabian Spirit Camels. They play out of Yemen.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right.
Jesus. Oh my God.
They're a great team. The Spirit Camels. They end up moving to South Korea. Mm-hmm. And in the Korean translation, Spirit Camels translates to Soul Camels. Mm-hmm. So they play out of Seoul, and they go by the Soul Camels.
Okay.
No, that didn't even get a giggle from you?
I'm just laughing at the names.
Well, they sound like real soccer teams, but they're also stupid.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Because they all have like the letters after them. You know how all the like Birmingham FC football club or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we do that too, but they're all really stupid. Well, not some of them are honoring what's going on, like the team we put in Honduras. They're about to join. They're not in the league yet. And the team in Panama, Uno Nueve, Uno Seis, Panama. Yeah, the team's been doing really well. I can't lie. I'm doing random numbers, so I can't. There's some teams I'm choosing like when they win. Like in 1945, I chose the London team to win. Okay. Because I just figured it would be a good rap of war story. You know, you can kind of picture a sports documentary taking on the football team back in the day that won the championship as England was winning the war. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the thought there. But most of this is random.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, and then I did make sure that the Nazis weren't winning championships.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were too busy. They were too busy doing other things.
Well, the Russians won some problematic championships throughout this history. Oh no, I guess they didn't. Never mind. They haven't been back. They won their last championship. It was out of St. Petersburg in 24. So we just did 1969. Okay. And that's going to go to Mexico City because they've just been winning so much. I need to honor that. Yeah, so when the Honduran team gets in the league, I'll make sure that they get a couple for you.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Are you using your meta glasses?
Yeah, I use them, but there's only certain for because Okay.
Love you dearly.
Sounds good.
So,
All right. Sounds good. All right. All right.
I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. All right. Later.
All right. Bye. Okay. So yeah, that's my my 73-year-old foster dad crashing the stream there. So if you're out there in any sort of know regarding my foster family, him and I are good. I don't know what's going on with everybody else. Who lost to Filo Frio? So if they came out of the if they're a cluster winner, they're likely not in the final. So it's going to be a random team. 29. Whoever 29 is, that's actually a good thing for you. 29 is the Canadian Tongues Sporting Brood. Dang, you guys can't break through. Oh, the imagery is tough there. The cold edge against the tongues. Yeah, I had to get Mexico City another championship because, I mean, look how many clusters they've won in a row. 4 clusters in a row. They were dominant. Amsterdam's also been very good. They've been starving as well for a while. Hey, but that's what you get when there's 60 teams, you know? There's no guarantees. There's a lot of teams that are starving. Mexico City's been very good, though. Like during the Mexican Revolution, they won 3 in a row. How funny is that? That's random numbers. I was shocked. Because there's 20 teams that the RNG tree runs down. Okay, so let's do another round. I am going to ban Filo Frio from winning a 5th cluster in a row. Maybe. Nah, let me not do that. That's pretty epic. That is pretty epic. Seattle Spruce winning the cluster on their way out. Should we do that? I mean, they're leaving in 2 years. Sure, let's do it. They haven't won since '57, so if they can win, then that's fine. That's funny. They'd be like they'd be a meme by then of the times. Who's winning the Kappa? Genoa. Everybody I tell this about, everybody who I tell about Press Pass and, you know, what we're doing, and we get into the teams, they love Genoa. Everybody loves Genoa. Genoa Profondo Internazionale. I guess it just sounds so classy. You know, it just sounds like, I mean, I think every team sounds classy, but I wrote all the names, so. Holy head rectangles. That one's just funny. We are doing the Epsilon. I'm really rooting for Belfast. They've not pulled one out in the entire slate. Yes! Good job. This is the slate. The slates are just from expansion to expansion, so they're just however long they are. Belfast winning the slate. That'd be great if they... Okay, who's winning the alpha? Stockholm. Sharkfins are having a great 60s. The hell? Them Swedes, man, they're having a great 60s out here. It's crazy. This is all RNG. Here we go. Let's do the ETA cluster. Birmingham Soup Dalmatinska Lvatsky. Oh, we got Edinburgh's Legacy again. Having a pretty good run.
Dalmatinska Hrvatska NK.
Dalmatinska Hrvatsk.
That's funny. So it gets it right if I do the whole thing.
Dalmatinska Hrvatska NK.
Hrvatske. I don't see how that's Croatia, but that's crazy. Okay, so you read this in the Scottish Gaelic? No? How about this?
نادي ريدكار لكرة القدم في الإسكندرية.
Sweet. Well, it doesn't matter. It's Edinburgh. Back at the top of the cluster. Okay, and then we go to the Omega cluster. We're looking at this area up here. And give me the Mongolian dry socks. Just a couple years after their relocation, Oslo started failing as a team and they moved to Mongolia. Don't worry, Oslo, you get them back. I love how it just says moron. I'm simple. I think everybody around me is. I think I'm moron number one. I think I'm the biggest moron there is. All right, let's spin up the Omicron. Ooh, Manila with the win. Did they just win? No. This is the Sigma, or is this the Eta? Fusho Thunder Dragons. We may have to flex that because they're sort of playing Delta. No, that's okay. I'll give it to them. It's actually these guys. Yellow River's going to repeat there. That's kind of the joke. Then in the Gamma, give me Molasses Hat. Nope, it's La Brasa. That's okay. The world sort of hates Argentina right now. They're not doing as well in the game as they are in real life. I'd say the Italians are probably doing the best. Relative to how many teams everybody has. Like the UK has so many teams. Alright, let's get the winners in order. I will ban the Spruce from winning. They're going to lose round one. I might even mix up the matchup so we can get different options. Yeah, UnClFoo is a chore, I'll tell you what. I know it might be confusing that the Fusho Thunder Dragons can win the Omicron and the Delta. It's just the way that was organized, that specific slate for those 7 years. I'm going to let the role players handle why. It's just a goofy thing. Okay, let's get the rest of the teams. New York butter. Number 1 is New York butter. $33 is the Limerick Thirsty. Congratulations to the Limerick Thirsty. Tart Lumine. Lumine. Tart Lumine. Lumine. Tart Lumine. It's probably something like that. 2. Cold Edge Mexico City is back in. Y'all get to try to defend your championship. Woohoo! I wouldn't mind y'all getting a repeat here. That's interesting. It's an interesting story. Alright. 17. Sun and Sky Argentina. Sol y Cielo Argentina. I didn't see him there. I knew they were there. Okay. 28. Oh, that's right. These guys moved out of Chicago. We lost a team to Peru. Wait, let me make sure the lore that I've recorded lines up with that, because if Chicago moved out in 1967 to Peru, it's been a minute since they won anything. Lake Pier, Chicago. Chicago, Lake Pier. They're mentioned 4 times. They won the cluster 3 times. Oh, they've been pretty bad then. Yeah. They've won their cluster 4 times in their existence, and then that's it. They never won a championship. So they moved to Peru, and they became Nuevo Lago Peru. Peru. 3, Murcia. We secretly love when the Laughing Dolphins make it, because people love the Laughing Dolphins. The highest point scorer, 22. Why do you do 22? London Lanes. The Lanes are back in the fight. $29 is the Canadian Tongues. We just lost in the finals against Cold Edge. Okay. 38, the newest team. So Osaka, Neon Ticket Osaka. Which is right here. And Paris hasn't made this thing in a long time, and they're not going to. Actually, we get a reroll because that's Edinburgh's Legacy. 4. It's probably not. Oh, it is Paris. Look at that. Shit, I shouldn't say this stuff out loud. I'll tell you what, because that's out of 38. Okay, 38 options, and the thing that you say out loud immediately. Okay. You never question these things. Yeah, real time. It's just odds. Sometimes. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's what you speak out loud. Okay. In that case, since we're doing that, well, it's $750,000 from Night Media to clean up grievances. Yeah, since we're speaking numbers into reality, let's talk that one. That'd be great. They come out to .eth upon receipt. Grievances waived. It's that simple. You can quote this, clip this, and quote this. Doesn't mean I won't complain about it out loud. It just means I won't seek any legal issues. Spruce and Manila, it's going to go to Manila because, I'm sorry, it's going to go to La Brasa because Seattle needs to lose to justify them leaving. Okay, that goes to Genoa over, this is Yellow River, and this is Fusho Thunder Dragons. So Genoa over Yellow River, Belfast loses to Fusho. Then we have Stockholm against Manila. That goes to Stockholm. And we have Edinburgh's Legacy against the Mongolian Dry Sox. Goes to the Dry Sox. Thunder Dragons had the worst record, so they're going to be in the bridge matchup. I think that's a good name for it, the bridge. Okay, so down here we have New York Butter against Shoot Club, Paris. Limerick Thirsty against Neon Ticket, Osaka. It goes to Ireland. We have Cold Edge, Mexico City against the Canadian Tongues. That goes to Cold Edge. Sun and Sky, Argentina against London Lanes. This is before Las Malvinas, but it goes to Argentina. Then Huelaga Peru versus Delfines Rindo Murcia. It goes to Murcia. We're gonna give Murcia the lower record because wild card goes over point leader, and so now we're gonna have Murcia against Thunder Dragons. Thunder Dragons are odds, and it goes to the Thunder Dragons. Good job. So now Genoa versus Mongolian Dry Sox. And that goes to the Dry Sox. And we'll do Stockholm against the Thunder Dragons. And that goes to Stockholm. So we have the Shark Fins in the finals, is that? I only have to play 2 games? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, yeah. It doesn't matter. This is just for the writing point. It does matter because it does have the chance to impact the global economy. If this goes zeitgeist the way I've planned it to, I planned for it to. Limerick Thirsty. So that was New York Butter beating the Sun and Sky. And then we have the Limerick Thirsty against Cold Edge. Goes to the Thirsty. New York against Limerick, Ireland. And New York pulls it out. So now it's Stockholm against New York Butter for the championship. And it goes to Stockholm. Congratulations to the Shark Fins. Damn. Didn't expect that at all. They're back 5 years after. That must be a good team to have. What happened? Buy publishing titles. Help me tell the story. Alexandria Red Car. speaking of, I should probably link the publishing titles. Did that not go? Like, is that not clickable? The $20 piece registers a notable fan or an ecosystem professional. And the slightly more expensive piece registers a team coach or a syndicate player in Season 1. Okay, yeah, let's co-publish this amazing slate of championships in UnClFoo. By the time we get to UnClFoo, this game's going to be huge. All the kids will play it. Not having a publishing title in Season 1 is going to be quite embarrassing for the millennial generation. Y'all can blame a certain influencer for that, for selling a bunch of garbage. Yeah. I think I got another one in me. This is already adjusted. But do we need to add another 2 spots? Oh, I am. Yeah, I did do it wrong. Yeah, 22 is fine. I kind of do want to do a grok run. We're back in the Tau. And we're in the year 1971. Seattle hasn't moved yet. And they just made the playoffs for the first time after a long time. Fans barely showed up, so they're going to go to Istanbul in a couple years. Let's spin the Tau first. Filo frio. Filo frio. Oops. So the Spruce on their way out break up the cluster dominance of the Filo Frio, otherwise they would have won so many in a row. Okay, for the Kappa, it's Team 1. Shoe Club. Always happy to see Shoe Club in the mix. Holyhead rectangles, baby. Holyhead back up in here. In the epsilon. Now we go to the alpha. Ooh, Zidek. It's been a while since y'all represented. Good job. I want the other Irish team to make it. Every Irish team's made it except for Fionn Guy, which is Cork wine. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hey! Okay. I swear I'm not rigging this. I swear. I promise on my life I'm not doing that. Cool. It's exactly who I wanted to win anyway. Because they've been in the league for 22 years. They haven't won its cluster yet. I haven't even run them in the playoffs. I think I ran them in the playoffs twice as like point leaders. It's sad, man. So both Irish teams have been pretty freaking sad. All right, let's do Cloud Minx with their first cluster win. As Cloud Minx. They won as Cloud Belgrade for a while. Is the row launched yet? I don't think the row launches. For a while. Okay, so now we're in the Sigma. Denmark. Back on top with the Sigma cluster. And now we're in the Omicron cluster. Welcome to the Sacramento Parliament. They just joined UnClFoo. And it goes to the Portland Talons. Oops. Okay, we also have Chapeau, Molasses Hat, Brazil, and Lake Pier, Peru, both left Gamma cluster for the Delta. Snow Yellow River, Lansau has some actual competition. But they win the thing anyway. Dang, dude. They're winning a lot. They're supposed to move soon. Yeah, I don't like that because they're supposed to move soon. I'm going to have to do a showrunner call and make a different call there. I'm going to give it to Molasses Hat, Brazil, actually. First year in the division, they win the cluster. They leave Gamma, go to Delta, and they win. Oh, congratulate Lion's Paw Addis out the gate with the win. That's incredible. I am going to allow that. That's interesting lore. Okay. Just an immediate win from Lion's Paw Addis. Cloud Minx. Denmark's Vidander. Portland Talons. Molasses Hat, Brazil. And Lion's Paw Addis. That's an Amharic. Does it speak it? No, it does not. Okay. Racist. I'm kidding. Kind of. Like low-key, not really. Like, stay woke and all that, but... At that same time, I don't speak it. So it's not really a critique that I can have. Or that I can form, I should say. Okay, let's get the wildcard teams in order. Wait, there is how many wildcard teams now? $50. We're on 50 teams. Oh, is that not rolling? That would explain it. I wasn't rolling enough teams over the last 7 years. I'm not going to redo it, though. Sorry to the new teams. You got screwed, but it's in the first 7 years of the franchise. So unless I placed you in there, you didn't get anything done. But that said, let's get better number scaling. 33 is, I believe that's Cork Wine, right? No, Limerick Thirsty. Oh, I have a system for this, but... Canadian tongues. It's actually just faster to type it in most cases. 42. Viennese Schnitzel. $13 is Los Angeles Industry. $37. Yeah, I believe we can still do them. The Arabian Spirit Camels, so let's do them. Hey, Rome hasn't made it in a minute. Well, they really haven't been that good. Genoa is definitely the better team of the two teams in Italy. Team 50, brand new team. Oh, that's Lion's Paw. Well, that means they definitely were supposed to make it. 48. Ah, cool. My dad's team made it. First year. We will let the AI handle this.
La caoba de Honduras.
Caoba de Honduras. That's the mahogany, the Honduras mahogany. It'd be extremely popular if they got in on points. First year in UnClFoo. Jasmine Star, Algeria. If you're wondering why I don't have Arabic in these cells, it's just because it messes up the spreadsheet. It'll go all wonky and it looks weird, so I have to use English for those ones. 48. 19. I believe we just got 19, yeah. 39. Nueva Guatemala. First playoff appearance. It's like their 8th year in existence, so that makes sense. Took them a while to build up the clout. 38 we got already. Or did we? No, that's Neon Ticket Nairobi. Or Neon Ticket Osaka, I mean. We can do that. When did they move to... Oh, they don't move until 1996. What a playoff slate. Cool, there are only a couple storied franchises in here so far. We're going to go Cold Edge against Lion's Paw, and it goes to Lion's Paw with the huge upset. That's a brand new team upsetting a legacy franchise. That's crazy. Now it's Shoe Club against Molasses Hat, and it goes to Molasses Hat. Shoe Club's pretty sad, man. Holy Head Rectangles against the Portland Talons, and it goes to the Rectangles. Club Zurich Alpenfiend against Denmark Wonder, and it goes to Alpenfiend. All right, the Cork Wine against Cloud Minx. It goes to the Cork Wine with their first ever playoff appearance and their first win. Nice. Of these teams, the worst one... I mean, I should RNG it, huh? Just to be fair. It's the Rectangles. So they get the bridge matchup. Okay, so down here in wild card and point leaders, we have Limerick Thirsty winning against Neon Ticket Osaka. Next up is Canadian Tongues against Nueva Guatemala. It goes to Guatemala, another new franchise taking out an older team off day one, although the Tongues are nowhere near as good as Cold Edge over the years. Jasmine Star against Vienna Schnitzel. Goes to Jasmine Star. The Industry versus La Caoba. And it goes to Honduras. Wow. And then Roma versus Spirit Camels. That goes to Rome. So here's going to be Nueva Guatemala against Holy Head Rectangles for the bridge matchup. But first, let's do the other ones. Let's go Cork against Zurich, with Cork being odds. No, I'm not going to switch it up on it. I'm going to make Cork even so they get the win. I'm sorry. It is supposed to be odds on top, evens on bottom. So Molasses Hat against Lion's Paw. Oh, it's Lion's Paw again. That's nuts. Okay, then we can go Holy Head against Nueva Guatemala. Oh, no, it's, yeah. Goes to Nueva Guatemala. All right. So now we have the Thirsty against Jasmine Star Algeria. Goes to Jasmine Star. Sorry to Limerick. And then it's Rome against La Caoba de Honduras. And it goes to La Caoba. Okay. See, he calls me. Look, it's all happening right now on live. He called me, and now his team's winning. Go figure. It's RNG. Rolling 19, odd numbers go to the home team, evens go to the away team. It's pretty good odds. So the bye here will go to, has to go to Cork. So now we'll go Lion's Paw against Nueva Guatemala. Goes to Guatemala. Bam. Let's go La Caoba against Jasmine Star. And it's Jasmine Star taking out Honduras. Now it'll be Jasmine Star against Nueva Guatemala for the finals appearance. That goes to Jasmine Star against the Cork Wine. Let's see where it goes. Oh, it's Jasmine Star defeating the Cork Wine. No way. That's fun. That's a fun story right there. Oh, man, I was really going for Cork, though. Dang, man. Aw. Jasmine Star, Algeria. Clean it up. 59, 60, 71. They got one a little earlier than that, too. 42 during World War II. Algeria got one. Dang. Cork Wine. You almost did it. You almost did it. 1971. We almost got there. We were this close. Those dang Algerians took us out in the finals. What a hard-fought UnClFoo season. Nice. Incredible stuff. Really proud of the slate there in this made-up world. Okay, we're gonna get back and do another. Let's get in here and do another set of cluster champs. There's Cold Edge, Mexico City, gonna continue their dominance into the 70s. Look at their 60s run. 61 cluster trophy. These are big deals. Like, people celebrate these almost as much as they would celebrate winning the overall championship. Because all your best female and male players of the country come play for the team. In a 38 game run. And then because of just how football works across the world, like, there's gonna be so many minor league teams in the world of Press Pass. I'm just gonna kind of have a thing where, like, try to coordinate that stuff, but like, people are gonna make up their own minor league sports and college things all the time. Like, that's allowed. You guys can do that all you want. Just don't step on anybody's real branding. Don't get yourself sued, because I'm gonna point to your title and be like, yep, we guided our process, but they're publishing in violation of the deed, so you have to go after them specifically. But that's why we have a team on this, so nobody actually ends up there. 3 for the top. Nueva Guatemala with their first cluster victory. I'm on Kappa. And it's Genoa. Of course, it's Genoa. Hey, Belfast again. We like a Belfast win. Ooh, the timing of the 70 and 72 of their cluster wins, that's like a little hairy there. Schnelle Hassan van München. Cold War Munich. I want you guys to repeat. I feel bad for the cork wine. Hey, they got that. Good. You all saw that. I didn't cheat it. All right. Three. Cloud Minx also repeated. Manila again. Come on, Sacramento. Sacramento Parliament. No, Portland Talons. Fine. Be that way. Solicelo Argentina, please. My friends are gonna get mad at me. It's Jasmine Star again. I forgot they were in this bracket now. Now we're on this last slate here, and we got Lion's Paw back to back. Back to back off rip. They're just coming in the league hot. Just bam, 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 right in the 70s. Ethiopia's like, yeah, we're here. What, you thought we were messing around? No, we're here. This is United Club Football, baby. What you think? Lion's Paw, baby. That's a badass name. You know, it's funny because in the precedent, we're co-publishing lore consciously and with everybody with titled ownership over what we're specifically contributing. And in the antecedent, they're just stealing everybody's lore to turn into AI paste using my exact same publishing method, but without the analog. They've automated it. And they've said to the people who've automated it, you get the money. The people who are contributing to the result, they don't get the money. The people that are gathering all the contribution, you get the money. That's not slavery. That's just ingenuity. Lion's Paw. Okay, so now let's do the other, the rest of the slate here for the playoffs. 12. St. Petersburg Red Window. '23. Amsterdam Cobblestones, which has been a minute since these guys were in here. Athletic Unie. Do you say it in Dutch?
Amsterdamse Kasseien AU Atletiek Unie.
Athletic Unie. Amsterdamse Kasseien Athletic Unie. How come the other languages don't sound so robotic? I'll never know. Come on. Roll the number. 25, baby. Red car. Yeah, red car can make it. They've been struggling, and that is necessary for a reload in a couple years. 39 is Nueva Guatemala, but they're in. Which brings me to number 9, the sculptures. It's been a minute since they were in here too. Good job to the sculptures.
Antwerpen Sculpturen AU.
Mm-hmm. The industry, man. You can't get away from the industry. You know, you try to leave the industry, but the industry's always going to be around you, man. No point to the industry unless you go and build big products that everybody can eat off of. I don't want to be famous. What a chore. 50. Lion's Paw Addis, man. The numbers, RNG loves you in the 70s. Molasses Hat, Brazil. $46. Let's Mount Olympus.
Όρος Όλυμπος ΑΕ με τόνο.
The fuck? What? Jasmine Star, Algeria. Hey, La Brasa de Montevideo. They haven't made it in a while. Look, they've been starving off their cluster. Well, no, they had a good slate. Never mind. What am I saying? Sweet. Neon ticket, Osaka. 44. Presión Costa Rica. $17 is Sun and Sky Argentina. I'm just gonna grab it to sell from over here. Look at that. Okay. Nueva Guatemala against Lion's Paw Addis, and it goes to Guatemala. Genoa against Algiers. Goes to Genoa. Belfast against Portland. Goes to Portland. Manila against Munich. Goes to Manila. Cork Wine against Cloud Minx. Cloud Minx takes it this time, sorry, to Cork Wine. Okay. Let's do a 1 through 5 for the worst record here. It's the 4th slot, so it's Manila with the bridge game. Okay, then we have wild card side of the playoffs. Red Window against Argentina. It goes to Red Window. Cobblestones against the Costa Rica Pressure. Goes to Pressure. Neon Ticket against Red Car. Goes to Red Car. Antwerp Sculptures against Mount Olympus. Goes to the Sculptures. And then the Industry versus Chapé de Miliado. And that goes to Molasses Hat. So here, the bridge game always goes just to the worst team of its best record, then its point leaders after record. So the worst team in the point leader section would be in the bridge game. So let's play the bridge game first. That's going to be Manila against Costa Rica. That's fun. That goes to Costa Rica. Let's then do Nueva Guatemala against Cloud Minx. And it goes to Guatemala. Congratulations. Genoa against Portland. I messed that up, but we're going to go with that. And it goes to Genoa. And now it's Nueva Guatemala versus Genoa for the finals appearance. And it goes to Guatemala. Congratulations. We have St. Petersburg Red Window and Molasses Hat, Brazil. Goes to Red Window. Red Car against the Sculptures. Sculptures should win, in theory. Yeah, they did win. Okay. Antwerp against St. Petersburg. Goes to Antwerp. Now it's Antwerp against Guatemala. Guatemala's home court advantage with the odds. Antwerp is evens, and it goes to Nueva Guatemala for their first ever UnClFoo championship. Yeah! The Sculptures came close, but they didn't get in there. When's the last time you guys won? Oh, you shitty team, you, the Sculptures. You haven't been in there since 1948? How dare you? And now you're back in? Nueva Guatemala with the 72 championship. Ooh. When I think when Nueva Guatemala comes in 63, I believe. So the lore producers will have a really great time building up the first 9 years of lore, earning that championship. Wow. Good job to Nueva Guatemala. We were just cooking up the championships. We're writing the show. Writing a television show's deep lore. Let's do another round. Back to the top. Are we in Istanbul yet? Because if we are, after the 71-72 season. Oh, they did. That's gonna piss people off, so I love it. Let's do it. Spruce Letting Istanbul wins immediately. I guess that would make sense, because it would be this team. This Seattle team, a couple of roster changeover probably, but moving to Istanbul, that's really funny. Okay, let's do the Kappa. Team 4, Porto. Good, I like that. I like how they're mixing it up there. Okay, let's do Epsilon. Team 4 and Epsilon is the London Lions. Back up in it to win it. Okay, this is the Alpha, I believe. Yep. It's the Fast Rabbits again, going back to back. All right, Corkwine, can you do it? Can you win your cluster 3 times in a row? Doesn't look like it. I don't think that's you guys. Oh, it is! Wow! What do you know? That's huge. The Mongolian dry socks are back in there. The moron dry socks. Sorry, if this were English, that's a moron. Oh, that's great. Cool. Who are we rooting for? I'm rooting for 70 Baghdad here, man. Oh, it's Manila again. All right, who we got coming out of the, what is this? This is Omicron. It's the Portland Talons yet again. Lion's Paw? Wait. that's right. That's gamma. So why are they in delta? Oh, because no. Jasmine Star never leaves gamma. So what am I even saying? Oh, because I don't have the right tab over here. Oh, that's what it was. It's spirit camels. What am I confused on? What is confusing to me? That's what it is. Okay, I see. I see my mistake now. Three is Yellow River, so we got to put Yellow River in here. That'll be the last time they win, Yellow River. They leave in 1984, Brazil. Okay, don't give me Lion's Paw again. There we go, Jasmine Star. Is Spruce Lad in Istanbul even in the town? Yes. They don't leave until after the 83-84 season. Okay. See, this is why I keep track of all this stuff, because it's like, I don't know how George R.R. Martin does it, but I think I'm writing the same way, where he forms all these houses, he knows who's in the houses, he's got all these details about each house, then he has intersections for these different houses, politics, battles, etc., leverage, etc. And so then he writes these intersections over time, and he time maps the intersections. Here, my leverage is not medieval dragon politics. It's modern day, somewhat modern day kind of sports politics. And you're welcome to co-publish it. The publishing titles are right there on chain. You just have to buy title and publish your way via what is afforded and rights and process to you. And then, if you like doing that, you can set up your own co-publishing effort by buying a piece of our brand and learning how to express yourself this way. Okay, let's do the actual slate here. Spruce Lad in Istanbul. Sorry, Seattle, you lost a team in the 70s. I did the playoffs wrong last run, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it affected the finals or any of the clusters. Okay, let's do our 50 team wild card slate. La Brasa is first. Drapiripolski is second. $38. This is Osaka neon ticket Osaka. $10 is the Munich Fast Rabbits. They're already in there. $44 is Pressure Costa Rica. $46 is the Mount Olympus team. Have they not won a cluster yet? I thought they did. Oh man. I'm getting typing anxiety. It drives me crazy. Oh, it is there. Dang it. Got a good spin, 28. Well, Lago Peru. Lake Pier, Peru. $36. Portland Talons. Well, you guys already made it. Number 4 probably didn't make it, and that's Shoe Club Paris. So the idea of the French winning in the 70s is a little bit insufferable. 14 is 1916 Panama, which is right here. It's good Central American representation. And then 30 is Manchester Choice Bone. They never make it in. Manchester, like, you put a team called the Choice Bone and you didn't guarantee like several championships. Who knows? You guys might have a strong 80s run. We don't know. Okay, let's roll it. I'm gonna mix it up and just go the 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up for once. Spruce Ladin Istanbul against Porto. So it goes to Spruce Ladin Istanbul. London Lanes against Snedda Hassan van München. Goes to London. Cork Wine against the Mongolian Dry Sox. Goes to Cork. Manila East Angler against Portland Talons. Oh, Manila just snuck by. And then we have Yellow River Lansau versus Jasmine Star Algeria. Lansau takes it. Let's do a 1 through 5 for the worst record. Team 4, Manila, is the bridge team again. I believe they're the bridge team last time. And then we have La Brasa versus Manchester. Goes to Manchester. Good job, Mankeys. Drapery, Drapiri Polski versus 1916, but it goes to the Polish. Neon Ticket Osaka, Shoe Club Paris. Neon Ticket Osaka, Presión Costa Rica. Oh, Mount Olympus is in here twice, so we're going to do that anyway, but I will replace you with these guys. Okay. Mount Olympus against Lake Pier, Peru goes to Olympus. So Manchester and Manila is the bridge game. Manila is odds, Manchester's evens, goes to Manila. Okay, now we can do Spruce versus Istanbul, London here. London's odds. Okay, we're going to give it to London. And Cork, Yellow River. Cork is odds. All right. Let's now do Drapiri Polski against Mount Olympus. Athens takes it. We have Neon Ticket Osaka against Pressure Costa Rica. And that goes to Costa Rica. That's Costa Rica against Mount Olympus. And Costa Rica against Greece. Mount Olympus is in the finals. Now, let's do London against Manila. I just kind of... And that goes to Manila. That's so much better for the lore, but it's not I'm recording this. I'm recording this in terms of the session. And then, wow. Okay, and then I roll 17. It goes to Cork. All right, and now we have Cork against Mount Olympus. And it goes to Cork. So congratulations to the Cork wine. You win a championship. Bam. 2 years after you fail. I only slightly nudged it. Cork wine winning in 73. Not bad, huh? The Canadian Tongues haven't won a championship yet. I don't think I have another one in me, so I think I'm going to wrap it. Say, get these stomach pains. I don't like bringing it up all the time. I have a market. The market is publishing this world. Co-publish it with me by publishing titles. Support co-publishing on a public notary service. Consciously publish into properties that you own that are earning from their market expression for you. And help set the market to do that. Because AI ain't gonna pay it. Not yet, anyway. Alright, y'all. This has been Let Me Out Productions and the Top Brass Dow. Congratulations to the Cork wine. I anticipate I'll probably have a few more of these done off stream. So by the time we come back, we might even be in the 80s for UnClFoo, but we're going to keep doing this. We're going to go all the way up to the research cap in 2012. And then we're lore producing from that point on. We might extend that depending on where we are at in season 4. We might be in 2016, 2017 by the time we get to the research cap. But yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging in there. I'll catch you on the flip.